Summer 2026 is almost here, and this season is absolutely stacked. But this time, I'm not talking about returning anime, I'm talking about the new gems in the market. So here are the top 10 new anime coming in summer 2026. Let's go!
권태준 이 새끼 반드시 저승의 제자 반드시!
And we're kicking things off with Sungjin Woo from Temu. Don't blame me, it's what the anime fans call it. In the year 2025, mysterious tombs started appearing all over the world, each one housing an ancient relic that grants the user supernatural powers. Soong Se is a raider, a guy hired to sneak into those tombs and steal the relics for his employer. He's been risking his life doing it for years, and then his employer betrays him and leaves him for dead. But instead of dying, Joo Hyun wakes up 15 years in the past, with all his raiding experience and knowledge of the relic world still fully intact.
설마 환생? 과거로 회귀했단 말이야? 찾았다. 내 돈줄.
So yeah, our boy wakes up in the past with a permanent grudge and the inside knowledge to absolutely dominate the entire relic race before it even starts. And if you haven't been paying attention, this is pretty much looking like a solo leveling clone. I mean, look at this! Even their freaking names look the same. Jokes aside, I really hope this tries to stand on its own 2 feet instead of being a clone, because that's when anime starts to really get interesting.
大好きだったはずの格ゲー。明日のことは考えてない。今勝つことが全て。
Kuromi Girls Academy is exactly what it sounds like. A prestigious all-girls school that expects perfect deportment from its students at all times. Tea ceremonies, proper posture, refined manners. Video games are completely banned. But Aya is secretly really into fighting games. Like, she's actually very good at it. One day, she gets caught, gets challenged to a match, and instead of the whole thing blowing up in her face, she ends up bonding with another girl over their shared love of Street Fighter 6.
あの頃みたいに夢中になれるものはもう見つからないのかな。
Look, this is basically a story about girls living a double life. Perfect ladies by day, combo inputs, and frame data by night. And I'm really digging the concept. If you're not a fan of Yuri anime, you'll probably not like this, but if you are, this is golden. Dio Media is handling the animation, and it premieres July 7th on Crunchyroll. If you're into cute comedies with genuinely good character dynamics, give this one a go.
てめえ一人で勝手にやってろ。んじゃ一丁、ここらで初任務。本番といくか!
Jiro Azuma is a ninja teenager with one unusual gift. He can talk to animals. One day, he finds a badly injured black cat in the woods, nurses it back to health, and discovers the cat is actually Reigo, a legendary Mononoke, an ancient, powerful spirit being hunted by his own kind. Things go badly wrong. Jiro dies trying to save Reigo, and the spirit infuses with him to save his life. Now they're stuck together, forced to work with a secret government bureau to hunt down rogue spirits terrorizing the human world.
幸か不幸か俺はもう一人じゃねえ。俺はこいつの手を借りる。
Wait a minute. Spirit bonding with a human. A government agency, rogue spirits threatening humanity. Is this Chainsaw Man from... Wait, this actually came before Chainsaw Man. But here's an interesting story. This is a manga that Shonen Jump canceled back in 2018. 5 volumes. That's it. And yet somehow, 8 years later, it's getting a full anime with a Crunchyroll simulcast. That basically never happens. But good news is, because the manga is already finished, you're getting a complete story with an actual ending. No cliffhanger followed by go read the manga.
もう一暴れするか。
かっこつけるなよせ。全滅を避けるべくしんがりを務め。
The Hero Party. Hero Eric, Warrior Golan, and Mage Luck is facing a massive demon invasion. At some point during the battle, Luck tells his 2 companions to go ahead and escape while he stays behind alone to hold off the entire demon horde. His companions get out, 10 years pass, and when they come back, Luck, who by all logic should have died many times over, has somehow not only survived, but became an absolute legend.
これが俺？ いや美化しすぎ。
Yep, that is the whole premise. One guy, 10 years, an entire demon army, now he's overpowered. If you've seen Overlord or Rising of the Shield Hero, and you want a protagonist who earned his power through pure suffering rather than having it handed to him, this is going to scratch that itch hard. It's based on a popular web novel, so expect some of that web novel energy along the way. It premieres July 6th on Crunchyroll.
捕まるなんて間抜けな子ね。私はずっとこの帝国をめちゃくちゃにするような嵐を待っている。
We're going back to the 13th century Persia. A young girl named Sitara is sold into slavery but ends up with a family of scholars who teach her the value of knowledge. She starts building a life for herself, but then the Mongol Empire arrives, destroys her city, kills the man protecting her, and drags her off to Mongolia as a captive. Once inside the Mongol court, she takes on a new name, Fatima, and begins the most dangerous thing she can imagine, building influence and plotting revenge from within the greatest empire the world has ever seen.
知恵がございます。
俺たち兄弟の結束こそモンゴルを真に強くする。
Boys, we are so back. This is like someone mixing Apothecary Diaries setting with a Code Geass plot, and you know how much I love both of these anime. Science Saru, the team behind Dandadan, is producing it with Naoko Yamada serving as chief director. Naoko Yamada directed A Silent Voice and Liz and the Blue Bird, so her hands on this is a very big deal. The manga has swept every major manga award in Japan, including the 2026 Japan Cartoonist Association Grand Prize, and combine that story with this unique art style, and I feel like we've got a gem on our hands.
信じがたいが俺は転生したんだ。ゲームを知り尽くした俺には喜びと勝利の確信がある。
Alimas comes from a family of legendary master swordsmen, so when he undergoes the Divine Blessing ritual at 15 and gets assigned to the Heavy Knight class, this class is considered one of the worst classes in existence, a class for cowards and slackers with broken stats and useless skills. So the poor guy's family disowns him immediately and kicks him out. But Alimas knows something nobody else does. This world is identical to an MMO he played in his past life, and the class he has is the strongest class.
嬉しいよ、エルガー。
ルーチ、お前が必要なんだ。
So yeah, this is your standard isekai MMO setup, past life knowledge in a fantasy game world. That formula has been done to death, for sure. But the hook here is Gohans, the studio producing this, who are pretty much known for their hyper-stylized, intensely vibrant visual approach that looks completely unlike anything else out there. It's also a 2-core run, so there's real room for the story to develop properly. It premieres July 2nd on Crunchyroll, so if you're an isekai fan who isn't burned out, give this a go.
あなたは集計月になったの。今やコーレリーを殺害しようとした大悪女よ。
We're in a kingdom inspired by historical China, where 5 noble families compete to have their maiden crowned as the next empress. Ko-Ririn is the obvious frontrunner, beautiful, graceful, the so-called butterfly of the imperial court. Shu Keigetsu is her opposite, the unpopular court rat. So during the Lantern Festival, Keigetsu's body swaps with Ririn to steal her shot at the throne, and Ririn wakes up in the dungeons in Keigetsu's body facing execution.
私とケイゲツ様の体が入れ替わってしまった。
Do you love palace intrigue? Do you love clever female leads who refuse to stay down no matter what? Most of all, do you love a body swap premise that actually uses the concept for something genuinely interesting instead of just for cheap laughs? Then this is exactly for you. Doga Kobo is handling the animation, and the anime is based on a light novel series with over 3 million copies sold. It premieres July 12th on Crunchyroll. Mark your calendars.
生き物には変化が必要だ。非効率になった部分は捨てなければならない。
Hell yeah! We're back for a Ghost in the Shell remake. Come on, this doesn't need much of an introduction. It's a landmark cyberpunk franchise set in a near-future Japan where human augmentation and cyberbrains have blurred the line between human and machine entirely. Major Motoko Kusanagi is a full-body cyborg leading Section 9, a covert government unit fighting cybercrime and cyber-terrorists in the shadows.
情報過密時代における心の空洞化だとか。
This new 2026 series is a direct adaptation of Masamune Shirow's original 1989 manga, not a sequel, not a prequel, not a reimagining. The source story told properly for the very first time. And I really hope it gives the story the justice it deserves. And the studio doing it is Science Saru, same team behind Dandadan and Devilman Crybaby. The first Ghost in the Shell anime in over 11 years. And let's hope this lives up to the name.
おじさん、いつも2番レジ並んでる人でしょ。山田さんがお気に入りなんだ。
Sasaki is a 45-year-old salaryman who is completely burned out by daily life. His one small joy is the friendly smile of a cashier at his local supermarket. One evening, after an especially rough day, he goes out back for a smoke and runs into Tayama, a cool, teasing woman who invites him to the smoking area behind the store. And yes, that's pretty much the premise.
分かっててからかってるなこの人。
I know you're gonna skip this one, but this might genuinely be the sleeper hit of the season. 6 episodes already dropped early on Crunchyroll in June, and the reaction has been great. The whole appeal is that it's a romance about actual adults, not high schoolers, dealing with real loneliness and good old adult problems. As a teenager, you are going to think, man, my life has tons of problems. But wait till you turn into an adult. That's when the real problems start. And this anime pretty much reminds me of that.
喜八さんだって本当はお兄さんを信じたいはずなんですから。
お前は何があっても新しい時代を作り出せるやつなんだから。
We are so back with Kyoto animation. This is set in an alternate early 20th century Kyoto, where electricity was never discovered and steam power rules everything. Kaihachi, a young inventor who once dreamed of bringing an age of electricity to the world alongside his older brother, has long since given up on that dream after his brother disappeared. Then he meets Inako, a girl trapped in an arranged marriage who still stubbornly believes the future can be different. And together, they go looking for the book that could change everything.
見つけたよ、my wife.
This is Kyoto Animation's first completely original, fully linear story since before the 2019 arson attack that devastated the studio. That alone makes it one of the most significant anime releases in years. Koyo Annie is back with a brand new world, impressionist-style backgrounds, fluid animation, and a steampunk alternate history unlike anything they've ever made before. I am so hyped for this, and as a fan of the studio, I'm going to pray to all the anime gods to make this one of the best anime ever made.